Just really quick, just got back from the Tuesday draft. I did pull a couple foils, Disfigure and Landbind Ritual. Did not win. Not that there was any good prizes. Picked up some new sleeves, nice white ones. They're from Japan, I guess. They're really nice. Not as good as the other sleeves I've shown you, but they're still really nice. My draft deck was red-green, little allies sub-theme in there, but it wasn't that great. I went 2-2, I think. So I did buy a couple of packs and pulled the jankiest rares you can imagine. The Avengale, whatever his name is. I don't know. It's goofy. Terra Stomper. It's good if you can play for free. Predatory Urge. Amiria the Sky Rune. It's not too bad. And Chandra Ablaze, which I'll probably double back and sell. But good times had by all. Wasn't a terrible night. Okay, so here's a question. What kind of player are you? Here's some good stuff right here. Quarrying Dryads, Molokus, playset of a Darker Waste. Playset of Brushlands, playset of Incubators and Ravagers. Plus signed Balance. Props go to my buddy Pat for that. Demonic Tutors, almost full playset of Dark Confidants. And then I have here some vintage stuff, and not vintage necessarily, but some stuff good in vintage, some random lands and such in there. Good control elements. This is what kind of player I am. I'm a sucky player. I'm a janky player. You've all seen the kind of decks I've got. I play with some bad cards. You guys should definitely check out the Game Universe and Appreciation Party up on Highway 100 and Lake. Call them up. I'll get that macro for you. Check it out. I will be there on Sunday if possible. This is a problem I frequently come into, is deciding what kind of new deck idea I want to work on. And what I do is I just skim through my rares and take a look-see, and this is what I came across. Common Nurtury, been done before. Ancient Amphitheater, no good giants. A Pulse of the Fields, not so good outside of a mono white deck, and I've already built that, so no. Dalkin Shackles, already in mono blue deck. Don't feel like playing control anymore. Random pile of commons, no. Doomsday Spectre, no. Too slow. Griel Mindbreaker, not so good. Moldavian Horde, not good. Necrolegion Mist, terrible. Mind's Desire, not so good. Tendrils Elegant, not so good. It's all combo, nobody likes playing against those decks. If I threw Crush Worms in, that'd be a different idea. Armageddon, no. Dark Confidant, no. Random Piles, no. What do I play? I have no idea on what to build. I think I'm going to go with Mind's Desire deck, using the Eye of the Storm idea, but put in a Mind's Desire and try to Mind's Desire out a whole bunch of Crush Worms. That sounds like fun. So I'm working on a Mind's Desire deck. I wanted to go goofy at the Crush Worms idea, but I can't. So, because if I do, it's not going to have a real win condition. I'm sick and tired of building decks that don't have win conditions unless they just want to sit there and die. So I'm actually going to make it semi-competitive. I don't want a net deck, but I'm going to. Yeah, sorry. Okay, I did use YouTube for a change to look up Mind's Desire deck, and I'm fairly happy with the result I found from the deck clinic, a standard TEPS deck list. Not real happy with the strategy that they're giving you, but I'll work something into it. We'll see how I... As I'm sleeving this thing up, I have noticed that my Cabal Rituals have never, ever been used. Amazing. And no, I'm not directly ripping the deck list. I am going to change a couple of things, but just want to point out that these Cabal Rituals are like never used. Unlike the Duresses, which are used heavily, and the Mind's Desires, which were used when they were standard legal, and that's about it. So I stuck in some Serum Visions, that's different. Try and keep it somewhat extended legal. So I'm keeping Diabolic Tutor instead of Demonic. A single Sins of the Past, because I only have the one, because I always thought it was a terrible card. But I'd only have one additional in there anyways, to keep the redundancy down just a little bit. The awesome card Breakthrough. Draw forward and choose X, and discard the rest from it. Or choose X cards in your hand for a blue and a X. So yeah. Anything that says draw 4 for a single blue, I mean, it's going to cost me 1 in a blue, or 4 in a blue tops to keep it. And I think it's going to be slightly better than Accessory Recall. Fact or Fiction in this case. But we'll see. I'll go fishing a few times and see what happens. Got a few more cards to stick in it. Here's what I ended up with. Play sets of Careful Study, Duress, Ornithopter, Cabal Ritual, Talisman of Dominance, Seething Song, Serum Visions, and Mind's Desire. And then 1 Sins of the Past, 1 Day Block, Tutor, 2 Tendrils of Agony, and 2 Breakthrough. I won't show you the mana base because it doesn't really matter. If you got a better mana base, then certainly go for it. But I'm not real happy with the way it turned out, but it's good enough for a couple of casual games. I did goldfish it about 20 or so times, and it's got an average of a turn 6 kill, but right now it's just too inconsistent and too slow to be a real threat. So it can kind of sit by a multiplayer and get away with it, I guess. Other than that, there's not much more I can do to it unless I look for some deck lists. Right now, Desire is not a very big deck because there's so much aggro. So, whatever. I got done. Deck number 9, I think it is, or 10. I forget what.